the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show with Billy the Kid and Scott Tang.
Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show!
It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Ooh, that fist pump action.
Yeah. What's up? I'm Scott.
And I'm Bill.
And that's Sean, a.k.a. Tall Sean, over by that balloon. And this is the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Epi number 125. Okay, so we got a lot to get to. We got some more Black Panther talk, Blac Chyna news. We'll get some Olympic breakdowns. What young Donald, not young because there's a young Donald, but what old Donald did now.
Sitting president, that we're not sitting president, but like president to ever be.
Right, but I mean, young Don would be Donald Jr.
Okay,
son.
I see.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we got that coming up. We got Kendrick Lamar being accused of being a thief, man. He's stealing. But first, let's get into Justin Bieber.
So your Jamaican accent because of what we're about to talk about?
No.
Oh.
Why, were they in Jamaica?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I had no idea.
Well, that was a segue set up.
Oh, no, well, that was a segue without a meaning to be a segue.
That's how good we've gotten at this.
Yeah. Okay, so anyways, I don't really know the full story.
Okay, there's not really much
Bill
to
does.
it. Justin Bieber's dad got married.
Okay.
And Justin and Selena were spotted in Jamaica for the wedding together, getting all cuddly and cozy. I was myself wondering, we hadn't really heard much about them. There haven't been any rumors flying around since, like, New Year's.
Keeping it low-key.
There was a little bit of drama, I know, before Christmas because he was, like, specifically not allowed to spend Christmas or New Year's with her family, which is where she was. Her family's not a fan of him. So it was like, I was wondering, have things been cooling off?
Right.
Where's that been going? But no, they went to a wedding together. That's pretty a sign of a reasonably serious relationship.
Usually you don't
of
go
sorts.
to weddings with somebody that you're not like super good friends with or you're dating. Like
Right.
I wouldn't be bringing a new girlfriend or whatever. And that also shows that Justin's side of the family accepts Selena.
Of course they do.
Now, if this was a wedding on Selena's side of the family, would Justin Bieber be there?
Doubt it. I don't think so. I think they're going to do whatever they can to keep her away from him. But I think, like DJ Khaled 2 albums ago, he changed a lot.
He did change
I
a
think
lot.
I think he's reformed himself, and I've said that like 4 times over the course of his career, and every single time it's come back to bite me. Like, oh, I think he's changed this time, and then he goes and pees in a bucket. Oh, I think he's changed this time, and he goes and throws eggs at his neighbor's house, or like drives at 90 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour residential zone. The classic Justin Bieber things. But I think this time, I think he's really actually changed. I'm holding the shelf to
And
my
I've said
fridge.
this a whole bunch of times, that if I was Justin Bieber's age, with all the money he had, I might be worse than him. And that's no lie. And I think about what I did when I was his age, and I didn't have that money, or that fame, or that access. Oh my God. I probably wouldn't be alive right now. Okay.
Speaking of which, I'm
Oh,
super
we also
tired.
did a poll last week asking, I think we did it on Thursday. We were asking if you would go to a Justin Bieber memorabilia exhibit in his hometown of Stratford, Ontario. Oh my God. Well, anyways, 78% of you say you would not go because you do not believe.
I just love how proud you are of that. Like, do not believe.
You gotta be proud of the stuff that you type and put out there for the world of people to see. And speaking of the world and people to see, Black Panther has been a smash all around the world, but more specifically
In the United States.
in the United States, which is the only country that matters.
We were talking about how Black Panther is now the second biggest domestic opening weekend of all time. We're talking about 4-day weekends. It was expected to make $165 million. It ended up making $192 million from Friday to Sunday. So it already broke that. It was expected to make 165 over the 4-day weekend. So it made 192 million by the time Sunday was done. And then they were like, well, it's probably good. It could make up to $222 million. After this weekend, made $242 million.
Good God.
So that makes it means it earned $500,000 more than The Last Jedi did in its opening weekend. making it the second highest domestic debut of all time.
So it's bigger than Star Wars?
Not quite. The Force Awakens, the Star Wars movie from 2.5 years ago.
That beat out Black Panther
is
now?
number one. Yeah,
Domestic?
I mean, it's going to be hard to beat the first legitimate sequel to Star Wars in almost 30 years.
But they almost did.
They almost did.
Do you know how far off they were?
I don't actually know the numbers for Star Wars. I only know, or for The Force Awakens, I only saw The Last Jedi.
Interesting. So Black Panther's still killing it. I think it's going to bring in a lot more this weekend.
I forgot that with the $242 million, Black Panther made in its first weekend more than Justice League made in its entire theatrical run. Justice League was like 228 or something like that. So...
Well, of course, we have to bring it up and compare Marvel to DC because that's what the people have to do. Yeah, it's never the same. They can't be like, oh, it beat out freaking Doctor Strange on its whole run.
I don't think it did.
But
I think the idea is that Justice League didn't make nearly as much money as it probably should have. I mean, you got the Avengers making like $1 billion.
It's just so... Marvel doesn't make good movies. They don't at all. Well, I'm just so sick and tired of it. Like, oh my god.
Here's the fact of the matter.
They're so boring. There's like 45 minutes of like taking a nap time in the middle. Like,
Here's the facts. Was Justice League better than Black Panther? From an entertainment perspective, I think so. Yes, I thought I enjoyed Justice League more than I enjoyed Black Panther.
Just
but
so you're
most
wondering,
people didn't.
That's Jake running by saying that G-Dog is here.
What?
If you didn't know who John Riley was. Did you just see what Jake did?
No.
Run by going, oh, John Riley's here, John Riley's here. And he just run by.
When?
Just where you were talking.
God, I was the center of attention.
Oh, okay.
So I was
Nothing
paying
else
attention
mattered.
to myself.
This guy.
No, of course I saw it. I'm just playing a trick. We're getting ready for April Fools.
Because I pity the fool. Wait do you see what we're going to do on April Fools here?
I think the idea was that like Justice League was such a disappointment that it made like just over $250,000.
Oh, man, I'm over it. You know what? I might have to wait to go see Black Panther in its set. You know what? I might just push it back, and I might not go see Marvel movies for the first 2 weekends now.
I don't think its second weekend is going to be that huge of a deal, and I need your review, man. I need to know what
I'm angry.
I'm
angry, Bill.
For the people. For the people.
Okay, I'll do for the people.
Thank you.
All right, so Kendrick Lamar says he's for the people, right? He represents the people. But now the people...
Is it going to be the people versus Kendrick Lamar?
Oh, wow, maybe. Are saying that he is a thief, that he stole, that his work... Okay, so let me break it down for you. So Kendrick Lamar and SZA are being accused of stealing...
This song's on the Black Panther soundtrack, by the way. Yep. Segue.
All the stars. They put out the video for it. Well, according to this new suit, the artist, Lena Iris Victor... Lena Iris Victor?
I would say Lena Iris Victor, yeah.
Claims her fine art titled Constellations 1, Constellations 2, and Constellations 3 are being used in the official music video for all the stars, and she did not give permission to do so. Now, let me show you the difference of them. So we have this right here, right? We got her art, where it says her art, then the video right there. And, I mean, the background looks very similar, but other than the background, I really don't know, and... I can't really speak up and act like I know so much about the art and everything, but if this is like traditional, like whatever
Wakandan art,
yeah, you know what I mean. Like, is that I don't.
Just so you know, I'm aware that Wakanda's not a real country, but you know that's Black Panther.
I was going to correct you, but I was just going to let it go because I figured like you were trolling. Yeah.
No, yeah, like traditional African style art. Not that there's like any one. You know, there's so many
because
countries,
there's like 50 countries in Africa, but.
But that's what they're going for, obviously.
Right. If this is traditional, then okay, I get it. But I can see how you say you might be stealing, but I don't though. I'm
right.
I'm not on that.
There's probably a lot of pieces of work that look like this. They use a similar, color scheme. It's gold and it's black. Like, I mean,
right. Now, if these two, is it two women? Yes. If these two women right here were dressed just like that the person in the picture, then I'd be like, okay, now you're blatantly like ripping it off. But
right.
at least there's
they don't even have a halo like this.
Right. So that's just
this is so hard.
That's my 2 cents on it.
Hang on. Like, there we go. They didn't even have a halo like this person does. All right. Places. It's American ingenuity right there.
Oh man, well, we're so good over here in America. So we'll see what happens here. But I mean, she may win. Maybe Kendrick will just slide her some money to just keep her away and to stop.
Probably all she's after.
Just a little bit of money. But we'll see what happens. Before we get into our wokeness about Blac Chyna here, we have to bring up a few things. One, please break out that cold one for me.
Do you want me to crack open the fridge and do you with a cold one?
I go to the vending machine this morning, and I'm like, I'm very, very thirsty. Let me go get a Sprite, because I love Sprite. And guess what? No Sprite. They still only have one row of Sprite. They never, listen, nobody ever drinks the root beers and all these other crappy sodas that they have in there. They just been there forever, but yet the Sprite always is gone, but they can't make 2 rows of Sprite. That's a whole nother story. Anyways, they have 2 things of Mountain Dew, right? They have their Diet Mountain Dew, and then they have the regular Do the Dew, okay? So I'm like, oh, well, there's the Diet, so if that's the Diet one, then the other one is regular, right? I punch in the numbers for the regular one, and you know what comes out?
I'm going to guess that it was a Diet Mountain Dew.
A Diet freaking Mountain Dew. So it's turned like this, so I can't see it.
That's a rookie mistake. You got
But all the other Mountain Dew, the Diet ones are all fresh like this. This is no promotion. Don't do the Dew. Unless they want you to do the Dew. I just had to clean up my lack of maybe promotion, not promotion there. But you get what I'm saying. But I'm going to try it out because I don't know how I will feel about Diet Mountain Dew.
Excuse me.
Oh my God. That's horrendous.
Did you say it's horrendous? Yeah. You don't like, we used to call that stuff the sweet nectar of the gods.
Holy.
Diet Dew.
Do you want it?
I'll take it, yeah.
Wow, bro.
Did you get your flu shot?
I don't get sick, man. Like Kevin Gates don't get tired, I don't get sick.
You were supposed to say no, and I was going to drink it anyway because I'm hard.
Oh, put 'em up. All right.
Yo, I needed this. Thank you. I really needed the extra caffeine.
No problem.
I am dragging.
Wow,
today.
that was crazy. I'm woke right now.
Oh,
well, before we get into really being woke, Donald Trump, classic Trump, man, classic.
This is my favorite little mini story of the day. Jeff Sessions is trending on Twitter. Was he the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions?
Yeah.
Jeff Sessions, multiples of them, is his name. But Donald Trump tweeted Jeff Sessions with no extra S at the end. And so because of that typo, Jeff Sessions is trending on Twitter. This is the state of society today.
Wow.
How is this man fit to lead our country? He made a typo.
That's the proof you need.
That's right there.
That's the proof in the pudding.
I am not a political commentator, by the way. This is social commentary on Twitter. We're not talking about Trump. Not really talking about Trump. You talk about Trump all you want. I'm not opening.
Okay, so where do I start?
I just think it's funny that we got one guy making one typo, and that is trending on Twitter.
Well, everything that Trump does is like under a magnifying glass. Like that's why stories like possibly allegedly having an affair with a porn star isn't a big deal. Any other president that would have destroyed him. If that happened to Obama or Bush or Clinton went through his stuff, but you know what I mean. Like the presidents that didn't have any type of scandal like that. Just think if that happened to Bush or Obama, they would have been destroyed if a story like that came out. But anyways, yeah. So that's all. That's your Donald Trump news for the day. Okay, let's get into this. The other day, a sex tape of Blac Chyna leaked. It was her and her dude that she hooked up with after Rob Kardashian.
Mickey.
Her lawyer comes on now and says oh, this is revenge porn, blah, blah, blah. We got to stop this from happening. Girls have killed themselves because of this and all that, right? Which is definitely 100% legit. And I do think that, revenge porn is
it's not good.
You should be in trouble for putting out naked pictures of somebody on the internet. You should definitely get in trouble for that, especially if it's without their consent. But I will say that this whole Blac Chyna case seems like we said it yesterday. It seems like she's doing it for the attention here. What's her lawyer's name? Lisa? I'm trying to.
I don't know what her lawyer's name is.
But her lawyer tweeted out this stuff like what I was just saying about the girls killed themselves over this, and she's another one that I'm just like, are you just here? You're just here for the publicity. Like, what are you doing? You just hop on the high value cases. You know, like if it's
high
a celebrity.
profile,
Yes,
yeah.
thank you. Celebrity cases you're hopping on. These are the only ones you care about. I can't.
That's how they make the money. Now here's the thing. This is how I roll across
Lisa Bloom.
This headline on TMZ. Blac Chyna claims she did not leak her sex tape. So Blac Chyna has responded because the overwhelming majority of people are like, oh, duh, she leaked it herself. Because she probably did. Let's look at what we know here. Now, granted, these are sources close to Blac Chyna say that the tape was shot on her cell phone. I think that's pretty much been verified.
Right.
The phone was never stolen. No evidence it was hacked. And no other pictures or videos were leaked from this phone. The guy in the tape, Mecky, who shot the tape, says he gave the phone back immediately and never got a copy of it. So, like I said earlier on the air, you do the math here. Who leaked the tape?
Come on, people. You gotta keep it woke. And it is Lisa Bloom is the woman I'm talking about. And this is the actual tweet that I was talking about.
Hit us with the tweet.
She's like, revenge porn. Posting explicit images without the consent of everyone in those images is a crime, a civil wrong, and a form of domestic abuse.
Sure.
It's also a way to try to slut-shame a woman for being sexual. Girls have killed themselves over revenge porn. It's not a joke. You know, I agree with that tweet right there, right? Yeah. But I feel that Lisa Bloom makes it a joke and she makes it not seem... I feel like when she gets involved...
She's trivializing it because we all know that that's not what's going on.
Yeah, she like taints it. Like... I feel like when she gets involved, it's like, oh, should I trust her? She's involved now. She's been, is she really real? Is she really trying to do this for the good? I don't really have my thoughts together on this fully, as you can tell, because I'm kind of all over the place.
I get what you're saying. No, I understand what you're saying. That by making these statements, when it's pretty safe to say that Blac Chyna probably put it out herself, then it makes the idea behind this look kind of stupid.
Facts. I don't know. I don't have too much to say other than Blac Chyna probably put it out.
Yeah. I mean,
and stop trying to make it. And if it comes back to that Blac Chyna is the one that put out this sex tape, then anybody else that's in the situation of being in a revenge porn, whatever situation going on, it makes their cases look bad. It's like, okay, well, how do we know you didn't put it out? Right. It's like the whole thing with, like, you know... Yeah, with it undermines it. Yeah, you know, everything with, you know, sexual assault. It's like, you could have one case, like, a high-profile case end up not being true, and it will hinder a movement. Right. You know what I mean?
It makes the legitimate cases look like they're crying wolf.
Right.
I think that's what you're saying. Thank you. It looks like they're crying wolf here.
Wow, you put that together better than me. That's why he's here.
I do what I can. But how many times have we been wrong in predictions like this? Right? How many times have we predicted things or analyzed the data, the Jams Fact Finder team and detectives over here put these scenarios together? How many times have we been wrong? To my knowledge, 0.
We're never wrong. Always right, my friends. And with that being said, we'll be back at it tomorrow for the final episode of the week. You can catch the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show Monday through Thursday on the Jams 96.3 Facebook page.
I don't give a damn. Forgot
at 10:30 Eastern Time.
Because that's the only time no one matters.
One. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! That's what I'm talking about, boy! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. It's the Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show. Cubicle Show! Not a rectangle show. Not a triangle show. Not a pyramid show. It's a cubicle show! Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah? Bill and Scott Cubicle Show. Yeah! Cubicle Show. We just got 1.